in Russia, where there was a government, I'm trying to remember the details of the facts. There was a government official who wanted Eaton to make a contribution on behalf of a charity, which sounds fine. And I think it was an orphanage. So it sounds fine, except for the fact that that government official was tied to the charity and skimming profits off. So we're very careful about which charities we choose to support as well. So that covers both the religious and the charities. So, anything else? No? So we have a lot of ways to contact the ethics office. As I said, we've got offices in Cleveland, Shanghai, and Switzerland. Actually, if you call the help number, the helpline number, so you can call, employees can call toll-free anywhere in the world and reach the helpline. It's available in all languages, so we have, I think, 32 current languages, so they can get a native language speaker on the phone to take the call, and it's answered by a third-party administrator. There's companies out there that this is all that they do, so they answer helplines. So we use a third-party administrator. If it is a critical concern, if there's security threat, if there's threat of imminent theft, I got one on that recently. If there's a strike that's being planned, they will contact somebody in the ethics office immediately. Otherwise, it goes into our mailbox. We have a dedicated mailbox, and we get it within 24 hours. So that's kind of how the process works behind the scenes. So you saw this slide at lunch. Are there any questions about the types of matters that we cover and how we do investigations? So doing business right, we have our annual report that we publish every year. I brought a few copies of our most recent one. So I'll just pass these around if you want to take a look at them. You can. So you can just pass them around. And in it, it talks about our call volume, it talks about stories, it explains some of our initiatives that we take, that we do to help spread the word about our expectations. Again, this is translated into all of our languages and it goes to all employees. So common factors across industry. It doesn't matter if you're selling golf carts or transmissions or if you have services that you provide. You've got customers, you've got suppliers, distributors, competitors, a workforce that you need to deal with, society, products, services, and technologies in the economy. Is there anything else? Does it cover it all? So it doesn't matter what industry you're in, if you're in the service or production, you've got a common factor that you have to deal with. So what types of ethical issues exist in the golf industry? Tiger Woods? Ed?
Rules issues.
Rules. What types of rules?
Well, like, you might not have a good lie in the rough. You move the ball even though nobody can see you do it, or you play the ball as it lies. I mean, there's quite a few actually in golf that challenge your ethics.
Yeah, and that's great. Well, not great that it challenges you, but yeah, that there's a lot of examples out there. Yeah. Okay. So in the golf industry, gifts, giving and receiving, does that come into play at all? Yeah? Is it a big one? Yeah? We're going to spend some time on that later. Entertaining. A lot of business is done on the golf course. A lot of business is done by golf courses. Tournaments. Margins and pricing. Distributor networks. Conflicts of interest. Cheating versus honesty. Tournament decisions and sponsorships. Endorsements. Any others? Okay, I'm not a golf person. I have a set of clubs I haven't used in probably 3 years. So this is where I'm looking for you guys to pipe in.
Probably like giving preferential treatment to certain members and stuff.
Absolutely.
Avoiding that, but I'm sure some people do.
Absolutely. You should. It has to go on. Yeah.
Well, especially with a lot of club pros that give lessons, certain clubs expect a certain percentage of your lessons or whatever, and if you're doing something on the table or
Yeah.
something like that, it's
Unaccounted for. Yeah. Good. Okay. Lisa, I'm gonna let you take over now.
So here's kind of the gist of I mean, you guys are gonna be the leaders in the golf industry. You're the teachers, you're the educators, the role models, the ambassadors. You are the face of golf and will be. And so, it's your choice. How are you gonna lead? Not only are you representing yourself, you're gonna be representing your golf course, your club, your members, are all gonna be looking for you to be that role model and for you to represent them well. I mean, especially if they're very proud to be associated with the big club, you're their face, you're their spokesmodel. So I challenge you as we go through this, you know, this is gonna impact the decisions that you make and how are you gonna lead, how are you gonna go forward in your life. Also want to tie it back in, as we talk sometimes with corporate examples, we have to deal a lot with shareholders and how they view us. It's going to be the same situation of how your members look at you and how they're going to judge you. So whether we're looking at a corporate model or a club model, the examples are relevant, you know, on all levels. All right, so one of the big issues that we have is marketing endorsements, which ties into that first video that I showed you. Many companies pay fees to players to represent their products, which is fine. That's business. That's great. We don't pay our players or the players that use our product, so we obviously don't showcase them. So what you saw today, we don't get to tout. However, I brought a bunch of magazines that had different ads in them. If you go through Golf Week, Golf World, it's really interesting. Every other week or so, you'll see a big one-page ad that I saw one from Hyundai, where it's a Hyundai tournament. Luke Donald won, and Hyundai congratulates Luke Donald. It's got a big picture of Luke Donald. They're now associating Luke Donald with Hyundai. Is that ethical? Are they paying him to do that? I don't know. We could do that every week. Another common one that does it, you'll see maybe True Temper. They don't pay their players. Lots of people use their products, so they'll put, hey, congratulations, Tiger. Well, I won't say that. They don't to Tiger Woods, because Tiger Woods has a force of people around him that will turn around, and there's a lot of legal obligations. The way that we kind of tied it to corporate is, what if Sandy Cutler, Eaton's CEO, goes and has a Bud Light, and now Bud Light puts out an ad, leader of top 5 most ethical companies, drinks Budweiser beer. Are we gonna go after them legally? Absolutely. So there's a lot of issues that are tied to that. So we debate that every day. We would love to tell everyone that 29 of the top 30 players in the world use our product. Ethically, it's not right, so we're not going to do it. Would it help our business? Absolutely. Because what does tour do for golf equipment sales? I guarantee you on Monday morning, after somebody wins on Sunday, you're going to have 1 or 2 guys or girls come in and say, I want that R9 driver, or what grip is on their clubs. Because when Phil Mickelson won the Masters 2 years ago with the multi-compound white and held it up high and was so excited, so many guys came into the shop the next day. We were out of multi-compound whites for 2 or 3 months because that's all everyone wanted. So does it mean a lot to us? Absolutely. Could we sell more product? Yes. Is it ethical? So we don't do it. Again, marketing endorsements, golf doesn't pay fees. We don't use their likeness. I kind of get ahead of myself because it kind of makes sense. So, and the impact of our business, it would definitely be significant, but we're not going to risk it. So, a new product opportunity for Golf Pride, Rhonda's going to talk to you about.
Yeah, to be careful looking at me so quick.
I know that.
So, okay, Golf Pride was approached to produce a product called the Ready Caddy. It's a small plastic device that clips into the windshield of most golf carts, and it's a great holder for rangefinders, cell phones, and any other items that you want to have out and ready and available. So they spent several months using and testing the product, conducting extensive research on the market potential, distribution, pricing, etc. Working with the manufacturer, Golf Pride was able to negotiate a $4 per unit cost and determine that the product would sell for between $20 and $30. So it sounds like a pretty good margin, right? Good business opportunity. Golf Pride then determined that about 350,000 units could be sold in the first year, generating an operating revenue of almost $5 million.
So really quick, you you guys can picture this, it's just a little plastic box, and literally it hooks onto the bars that go up over your golf cart. And everyone, we play with our phones now, we're guilty of it, so we always want to have our phone ready, or your rangefinder, and it's a perfect place to put it right next to the driver, plop it in. We were product testing it, like, we had it out there, we were making sure it fit on every single kind of cart rail, and it'd be versatile. I mean, golf riders really looking into this, because this company had come to us and said, hey, we have this product, we'd like to put it on the golf cart day. An incredible opportunity.
So we asked to see the production facility, the Ready Caddy. So another company manufactures the Ready Caddy, and so we want to go look at their manufacturing process. Why might we want to do that?
See quality control.
Quality control. Labor laws. What else?
They're doing their business ethics reasons, they can make it $4.
Where are they doing their business? Yeah. Although there's a lot of things that are made cheap. Other things? Okay, so we wanted to do our due diligence to ensure that all the manufacturing processes meet the Eaton standards of doing business right. So what I want you to do now is talk amongst yourself for just a couple minutes and say that we went in and viewed this manufacturing facility. What are we looking for? Specifics. What are we looking for? Keep your heart
What's to do this? How would you like it? She does. Yeah, all of them sitting on the couch as we were watching it.
Okay, did you talk about it? So, you're in an ethics class, so honesty is important. How many people were talking about other things other than the example? Okay, at least you're being honest. So, what might we be looking at? What are some of the things you came up with? Health and safety.
If their accounting's correct.
Good. Yeah.
Child labor.
Child labor.
Non-compete clauses.
Non-compete, okay.
Environmental issues.
Yeah.
Production capacity.
Oh, good.
Feel about to their payroll to make sure they're actually paid.
Oh.
Legitimately.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Where the supply truck's coming from.
good. Good. So you guys did talk about it. Good. We're off to a great start because there's going to be a lot of these. So, would you do business with them? If they said no, would you do business with them? They would let you tour the manufacturing facility? No? The golf ride be held accountable to their actions? You think? Absolutely. If problems arise with the manufacturer, how would you feel about them? Here's my 3 questions that I said were the barometer earlier. If you don't ask the right questions, are you going to be okay talking about it with your family and your friends and in the news media? So, let's assume that the manufacturer did allow us to go in and view their manufacturing processes, and it happens to be located in Indonesia. During the tour, it was discovered that the painting of the Ready Caddy is contracted out. So workers are provided with raw materials to take the products from their homes, getting paid on a per-piece basis. Not uncommon in other parts of the world. Is that okay? Why?
If you're not providing them with a safe work environment, you have no idea what's going on. I think you have little kids running around, painting full play. There's too many things that can go wrong.
Right. Wait, can you be held accountable for it? It's pretty far down the supply chain.
If your name is on the product, you can definitely be held accountable for whatever's
Yeah,
No consistency standards.
right. No, it's just spray paint, it's easy.